Hi, welcome back to Gamers Web. Today we're going to carry on our look at the Doctor Who miniatures game, and we're going to look this time at the 5th, 11th and 12th Doctor expansions for the game itself. The game's available from Warlord Games, and these have been around for a wee while, but as I've mentioned many times before, I'm only just getting into the game, so let's jump straight in. Okay, so here we have the box for the expansion, which contains the 5th, the 11th and the 12th Doctors, as portrayed by Peter Davison, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. And on the back we have the, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, we have the blurb and the pictures of the three miniatures. These miniatures, unlike the normal miniatures for the range, are made of resin, whereas normal miniatures are made out of white metal. These are made out of resin, so they're quite detailed. Okay, so the 5th Doctor was the Time Lord's most youthful incarnation up to that point in his life, but there was more to the cricket-loving Doctor than just his youthful impulsivity. The Doctor in his 11th incarnation is an excited explorer of the universe with a keen intelligence that means he often notices what everyone else missed. And granted a new regeneration by the Time Lords, the Doctor's 12th incarnation replaces his predecessor's genial nature with a sharp impatience and at times intensive soul, who was quick to criticise. The 12th Doctor was not big on hugs, but still brave, heroic and funny, and with the ability to make jokes in the direst situations. Sorry, really difficult to read over the top of the camera there, but I'll just put that there, so if you really want to read it yourself, just pause it. Okay, so just jump straight into the box. Okay, so as always, it comes with one of the neat blue packages, and we also have our cards, which I'll get to in a moment. And again, there's a package with the wee Gallifreyan symbol on it, and inside, if I can find where the opening is, I have actually opened this before. I think the box has got a little bit crushed in my bag on the way to work. Right, okay, there we go. Right, okay, so first up off the bat, we'll go for the 5th Doctor. Okay, so there's a 5th Doctor as portrayed by Peter Davison, with his cricket bat, complete in his cricket gear, with his hat. Yeah, the likeness on his face is very, very good, as you can see. Really, really nice. Very clear and crisp casting. There's only a tiny, tiny little bit of flash underneath his hairline. I don't know if you can see that, just a tiny bit of flash under his hairline. But other than that, fantastic. Even the cricket bat is a brilliant cast. Yeah, it's really difficult to get details such as the bat to turn out in resin as a single piece kit. That's fantastic. Okay, so after Peter Davison's Doctor, we get the next incarnation, which is Matt Smith's, and the 11th Doctor. Matt Smith is the youngest person to play Doctor Who at the time. I think he's slightly younger than Jodie Whittaker, so that makes him the youngest Doctor Who ever. But he did actually replace Peter Davison, who was up until that point the youngest Doctor Who. Okay, so there he is with his famous Sonic, and he's wearing his usual Raggedy Man outfit with his bow tie. And again, if you look at the facial details, it looks very, very much like Matt Smith. We just zoom in there slightly. Very good. There's a slight bit of an imperfection on his chin, but that'll clean up quite well. Okay, and then finally we have the 12th Doctor, which is played by Peter Capaldi, and is in quite a regal pose. There are a couple of versions of this Doctor. There's white metal one with him with a guitar, where the facial details are a lot better than this one. I don't actually really think they've captured the face on this very well, but once it's painted it might look a little bit better. Okay, because he seems to have almost no detail on that side of his face at all, but that could just be this casting. and he's wearing his Victorian frock coat. Okay, so I was at Capital Sci-Fi Con here in Edinburgh at the weekend, and we had two of the Doctors in this pack. The Peter Davison and Peter Capaldi were both present, and Peter Capaldi literally went above and beyond. You may have seen it in the press because it was late. He was there from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. signing autographs for charity. He took a 15-minute break, and he stayed an hour after the convention closed because that's his dedication to his fans. He's always loved Doctor Who, so much so that when he was a kid, he actually wrote many, many letters to the Doctor Who fan club, basically pointing out what he'd want to do if he became the Doctor or if he was the showrunner, and eventually became the Doctor. Okay, so that's the miniatures looked at. So we'll look at the cards. We'll start again in order. So you get 3 cards for each of the Doctors, and you also get the adventure cards as well. Sorry, I'll just zoom out a little bit because I'm a bit zoomed in there. Okay, so first up we have the 5th Doctor. He's got a move of 6, a resilience of 4, a close combat of +1, and a ranged of +1. And he's got unique, wounds, all hope is lost, and brave, and the obligatory 2 fate points. And he's got a 1 on him, which means you can only have 1 of them at a time. All hope is lost, and all the other things are actually detailed in the Time Vortex book, and his Sonic is exactly the same as the Sonic for all the other characters. Okay, so next we have the 11th Doctor. Again, 6-4-1-1, and he has all the usual traits with the exception of hard to hit. And hard to hit is also in the Time Vortex. And again, see, he's like 6-4, close combat, and 4-4 is Sonic. And finally, we have the 12th Doctor, and he has the same unique wounds to all hope is lost, and his trait is bodyguard. And again, when we turn over, we'll find out that all the details are actually in the rulebook. And he's 6-4-0-1, so he's not very good in close combat because he's not a fisticuff kind of guy. All the Doctors have a movement of 6 because they all like to run away. I'm surprised that the 1st Doctor didn't have that. So Peter Capaldi went above and beyond, really did show the true nature of someone who cares about his fans, and signed autographs for many, many hours. Even actually enthralled the autographs, the convention goers with a rendition on a guitar of Starman by David Bowie. Okay, right, carrying on with what I was doing. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I've just been disturbed by my boss. Okay, so as usual, we get cards for each 3 adventure cards, which are unique to each Doctor. So the first one up is Braveheart, which is for the 5th Doctor only. Discard this card immediately to remove all under fire tokens from any companions in the game, which if you're playing against Daleks or Cybermen, that's a really good card to have. Next one. It's a Fez. I wear a Fez. No, Fezes are cool. Discard this card to cause all enemy special characters in line of sight of the Doctor to become immediately shot. 11th Doctor only. That can be quite nasty, especially if you're playing against, I don't know, if you're playing with Rory, or you're playing with, let me think, yeah, Rory or River Song, and this Doctor. That'd be quite a nasty one because they can just basically exterminate them very, very easily. And then the last one is Attack Eyebrows, which is fantastic. And 12th Doctor only. Discard this card to automatically place 2 under fire tokens on all enemy non-special characters within 6 inches of the Doctor. So basically you can stop people having a go. The Attack Eyebrows, they're fantastic. That was my Facebook cover for quite a long while. When I first saw that picture, I had that for about I think it was about a year I had that as my cover. Okay, so that's a quick look at the 5th, 11th and 12th Doctor Pack from Warlord Games. Depending on which place you get it from, if you get it directly from Warlord Games, I think it's 11 or 12.99. You can pick them up cheaper, but if you pick them up cheaper, you may get an older set that doesn't come with the cards. The ones with the cards, I think, are actually about £12, £13. I'll put the price down in the description, and I'll obviously add links to the Warlord Games website, the Into the Time Vortex. Okay, so exciting times coming up ahead. We have the unit and Time Lord troops coming out in the next few weeks. The rumour mill has it that there's a clear TARDIS, so a materialising TARDIS coming out. Again, that's before Easter. And there are a few other things. The second Doctor and his companions are getting their box debut, I think. That should be, again, very shortly. The Yeti is another one that is going to be appearing. And there's a big list of stuff that hasn't been made public yet. But if you go to the Doctor Who Into the Time Vortex Facebook group, the really cool guys there get a lot of the designers actually coming in, and they always ship in and post pictures and give us links. So just leave a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to share and subscribe this if you can, and hopefully see you again in the next video. As always, I'm Mark, Gamers Web, for gamers, by gamers.